And a critical deadline is approaching for U.S. President Barack Obama to reach a nuclear deal with Iran. Newly energized Senate and House Republicans say they're ready to flex their muscles on this issue. They're warning the administration that its deal with Iran must be, quote, robust. Some lawmakers are threatening to push through a new round of tough sanctions against Tehran. For analysis, we turn to Abbas Kadem. He is a senior foreign policy fellow at the School of Advanced International Studies at Johns Hopkins University. Welcome to Arise America, Abbas. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Well, I just want to know, how confident are you that they can strike some sort of reasonable deal in the self-imposed November 24th deadline?
With the robustness that is required by the United States, especially by the legislature, I think it is going to be very hard. It is doubtful that there will be a deal by the deadline. The gap is still far apart between Iran and what it is willing to give up and what the 5+1 are trying to accomplish. So I believe, like many others, that there will not be a deal. There might be a push for extension, or I'm afraid things will go back to the wrestling that you were talking about and more robust sanctions, and will bring us to square one.
Abbas, there are some analysts that are saying that prolonging these talks works to Iran's advantage. Do you believe that, and do you see evidence of how they would benefit from that?
Well, in a way it is, because as long as the negotiations are going on, and this is, in fact, it has been part of Iran's strategy, is to drag the negotiations as long as they can. The longer it takes, the more expertise they get, the more the status quo will remain, which means they will continue to do enrichment. They will continue to run the centrifuges that they have. They are going to continue to run their operations business as usual, and they don't have to shut off any lines of work. So yes, in a way, Iran will benefit at least from the operation as such. But definitely, it is the time is on the side of Iran in that sense, because it is the one that doesn't need to do anything or achieve anything more than the status quo. From the other side, the 5+1, they believe that they need to accomplish some kind of a deal to show some progress. The administration here is under heavy pressure from domestic calls from the legislature, etc., and also regional, especially from Israel and other partners or allies like Saudi Arabia, who don't want to see this drag for a long time. So I believe that as much as there is a pressure from Iran, I believe more pressure is on the 5+1.
Tell me what you make of the president, or the letter rather, that the president sent to Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Khamenei.
I believe that it goes in the spirit of the original Obama administration announced style from the time President Obama, then Senator Obama, was running for office. He promised that he would talk to the Iranians, he would negotiate, and he would not follow the policies of the Bush administration of no negotiation, no talks. And this has been going progressively from low-level officials to the point of getting the Secretary of State involved with his counterpart. And I think this is one more level up that the president is being involved in kind of direct talks. I think, unlike many people who thought that it might be a sign of weakness, I believe that the president deserves praise for doing it, because it shows from the American side, at least from the administration side, that they are serious about it and that they are willing to look at Iran with as a counterpart and as a negotiation partner, and not to look down upon Iran. And I think it's a positive.
Abbas, let me jump in and quickly ask you one final question, and that is, there's a lot of discussion going on whether or not Iran has already reached a nuclear threshold. How close do you think it is to one, or is it already there?
No, it's not there. It takes a lot to reach a threshold. I think most of the talk about Iran is getting close and so close. It is from the people who are calling that the sky is going to fall for a very long time. And quite frankly, I mean, seeing what happened with Saddam Hussein's alleged nuclear and weapons of mass destruction, I think the exaggerations sometimes tend to backfire in an embarrassing way. Iran is way far from where it needs to reach. And also, I mean, we have to look not just as the opponents of Iran, but what credible international organizations are saying. And they are not really sounding like the kind of alarmist attitudes as people in the region are, or some hawks inside the United States.
Abbas Kadem, thank you so much.
Thank you.